Hello everybody, this is Game45 back again with a video that I promised quite some time ago, and that is Doom sequel ideas. And today we are talking about weapons. Now I only have a few weapons here because I honestly think that Doom does not really need that more weapons. It's got all the main ones from the original game plus a few extra, and I think they really do work. They're good weapons, but I'd have come up with a few ideas that I think maybe it'd be cool. So let's get straight into it. I'm starting off with more demonized weapons. There is no, in campaign, there's no demonized weapons that you can get hold of. And I really think that that would be a good idea if you actually go to hell and you come across one of their own types of weaponry and it pretty much just slaughters everything. A bit like Unmaker or something like that from Doom 64. It shoots that quickly, and when it hits a demon or when it kills a demon, they literally explode on impact, bring even more gore to the game. I think that kind of thing would work well. I think demon weapons, more demonized weapons, would really change it up a bit, seeing how the demons use their type of weaponry, or maybe even just like reverent rockets or missiles or something like that. But I really definitely think that would be a nice touch for Doom. But talking back to the UAC theme weapons, I think something like from Doom 3 would work well with some kind of grabber weapon. Now that was a weapon where you could like pick up barrels off the floor and throw them at your enemy and it would explode on impact. It was good in Doom 3. I think that sort of thing works better in Doom 4. But at the same time, it'd be really good if you could throw like, I don't know, a big like metal shard at someone and it literally harpoons an imp to the wall. But at the same time, of course, you have to pretty much stand still and throw that weapon. So maybe it could change a little bit, so you don't always have to stand still. Maybe you can move and use it at the same time, because that sort of thing it'd be hard to work in Doom, a new Doom. But I think it definitely has some good advantages, like I said, or throwing a barrel or explosion impact, killing multiple enemies instead of just the one it would have killed in Doom 3. But I think the grabber may be a bit too far away from Doom. So maybe something else like a nail gun. It's been around FPSs for quite a long time, and it might work in Doom. Once again, it could be good for the lower class enemies where you can just shoot hundreds of nails and it just gets like a soldier harpooned onto the wall and stuff like that. And it does like a load of damage to high class enemies as well, but obviously it won't get a Mancubus harpooned to a wall. Once again, that might be a bit far away from Doom, the new Doom sequel, but it might be a good idea. Now something else I wanted to quick talk about is maybe some mods for the SSG. There was no mods for Supershotgun in Doom 2016. There was a couple of upgrades you could have got for it, but there's no specific mods. And I can understand why. It's kind of hard to make mods for the SSG. But maybe they'll be able to come up with something like, I don't know, exploding bullets or something like that. It'd be good so every weapon can get their mods for the campaign, and for if there's going to be another snap map, which I really think there would be. Yeah, so hopefully we will see some mods for the SSG in the next game. Another idea could be the grenade launcher, but in the campaign instead of just multiplayer. I think this weapon would work incredibly well for the campaign, because what would be a better weapon for shooting and taking down hundreds of imps? Well, there obviously be better weapons, but just like the grenade launcher, maybe just like the rocket launcher, maybe it shoots faster, and it'd be really better at taking down huge groups of the smaller enemies and a few of the tougher enemies as well. Honestly, I think that the grenade launcher might work better in campaign until it would do in multiplayer, because there's going to be more tighter groups of enemies than there would be in multiplayer. Maybe you come across a few guys at a time, but that's about it in a campaign, you come across dozens of enemies at a time. So there'd be more chance of slaughtering things and blowing things up in the campaign than it would be in multiplayer. Now a few mod ideas for a couple of the weapons. Starting off with a flamethrower. Now I don't mean like some full-on flamethrower, maybe something like what the Mancubus has. And you can have that on the SSG, so there's a flamethrower attached to the bottom of it that sets a beam of fire for a few seconds, burning the enemy, bringing a new kind of death into the game, watching the demons like burn to death. Maybe for the plasma rifle or some other plasma themed weapon, maybe it can produce its own shield for a while, like the shield grenades, but have its own like personal one that also gets destroyed by a certain amount of damage or a certain amount of time it's been up. I think maybe that would be an okay idea. But maybe a mod for the BFG. I mean, of course the BFG is already powerful, but maybe you can have like another special attack that could also work, or be a more entertaining way of killing the demon hordes, such as shooting multiple little projectiles out that do only like a minimum damage, but they bounce off other demons and walls, and they don't stop until they've had like a certain amount of damage. So you just watch like hundreds and hundreds of BFG projectiles just bouncing off all the walls in front of you, just slowly taking down the enemy horde. Once again, that's just little random ideas that I thought of. I say it again, I really don't think Doom really needs that many more weapons, if it needs any at all, because I think they've really hit the nail on the head with the weapons they've got now, especially with all the classic ones, but also the Gauss Cannon when that come in. That was a good weapon, that was a good choice, and it works really well in the Doom universe. So I really wouldn't be disappointed if there was no new weapons in a new Doom game. But once again, this was just some crazy ideas that I thought of. So anyway, this has been Rockhard Gamer 45. What weapons do you think should be added in, if there should be any added in at all? Tell me down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.